And these are the latest news coming from the African continent. Charged ruling party, the National Union for Democracy and Republic (UNDR), secured a majority in the controversial parliamentary election held this month. The election faced widespread criticism for alleged irregularities, including a lack of opposition participation and accusation of voters' suppression. The ruling party's victory solidifies the control of President Mahatma Idris Deby, who has been in power since his father's death in 2021. International observers and opposition groups have raised concern about the transparency and fairness of the election process. Chapo was sworn in as the Mozambique president following a disputed presidential election. The election, which saw the ruling Frelimo party candidate declared the winner, was met by accusation of electoral fraud, voters' suppression, and a lack of opposition participation. The opposition, including several key parties, boycotted the ceremony, claiming that the election results were rigged. Despite this protest, Chapo took office amid significant political tension, with many calling for electoral reform and a more transparent process in future elections. International observers have raised concern over the legitimacy of the election outcome. Mozambique opened its new parliament amid protests and boycotts from opposition parties in this month's election. The inauguration ceremony saw the ruling Frelimo party celebrating its victory in the controversial 2024 election, while opposition group decries the process as unfair. They accused the government of manipulating the electoral system, and some boycotted the section to protest what they see as an illegitimate mandate. The protests reflect ongoing political tension in the country as opposition leaders demand electoral reform and greater political freedom. The government maintained that the election was free and transparent. A recent rescue operation in Stilfontein, South Africa, has concluded, with authorities retrieving 246 survivors and recovering at least 78 bodies from an abandoned gold mine. The miners, many of whom were undocumented workers from neighboring countries, have been trapped on the ground for months, enduring extreme conditions. Report indicates that some miners resorted to consuming human flesh and insects to survive. The South African police had initially attempted to force the miners to surface by cutting off their food and water supplies, a strategy that led to widespread starvation and dehydration. This approach faced significant criticism from community groups and human rights organizations who condemned the government's tactics as inhumane. The rescue operation, which involved the use of a cylindrical metal cage to extract individuals, has now concluded. Authorities have confirmed that no one remained in the mine. The survivors are facing charges related to illegal mining activities. This incident highlights the ongoing challenges associated with illegal mining in South Africa, a sector that has been linked to significant economic losses and social issues. The government's response to such operations continue to be a subject of debate, balancing the need to combat illegal mining with the imperative to protect human rights. Sierra Leone had declared a national emergency following an outbreak of mpox. In early 2025, health authorities confirmed multiple cases, with several individuals showing symptoms of the viral infection. The government has implemented stringent measures, including quarantine protocols, contact tracing, and increased health screening to prevent the spread of the disease. Public awareness campaigns are underway to educate citizens on prevention and symptoms. The emergency declaration aimed to mobilize resources and ensure swift action to contain the outbreak, with international health organizations providing support. The United Nations has reported that more than 230,000 people have been displaced in the Democratic Republic of Congo since the beginning of 2025. The ongoing conflict in the eastern part of the country, primarily involving armed groups and military, has exacerbated the humanitarian crisis. The displaced individuals are facing their condition with limited access to food, shelter, and healthcare. The United Nations and other humanitarian organizations are working to provide assistance, but the volatile security situation and the large number of displaced people present significant challenges. The international community has called for increased effort to address both the humanitarian and security issues in the region. The hijackers, who seized a Chinese-owned ship off the coast of Somalia earlier this month, has denied being pirates, insisting that their actions were motivated by political or economic grievances rather than criminal intent. The vessel was taken into a region known for its piracy, and the hijackers reportedly demanded unspecified concession from the ship owners or the government. The crew members were said to be unharmed and negotiations were underway for their release. The incident has raised concern about the insurgencies of piracy in the region, which has previously been under control due to international naval patrol and counter-piracy efforts. And these are some of the latest news coming from the African continent. Kindly like, comment, share, and of course subscribe to our latest content on African Social Intellect.